Okay, today we're going to do a little update on the water-cooled PC. Ran into a few minor snags with it that I wanted to get taken care of. One thing I want to mention to people that are thinking about doing it is to be awful careful about your bends on these hoses. You really can't put much of a bend in them at all. What happens is when the fluid gets hot, the tubes themselves get very flexible. And right down here where it's coming back to the reservoir had just enough of a bend that when it would get hot the hose would kink and then the fluid wouldn't flow through it properly. So I had to take the floppy drive out and add a little more hose to make it a more gradual arch so that things wouldn't kink. I also added a second hard drive in this one. I've installed Windows 7 pre-release beta I'm kind of playing around with. So I wanted to put it on a different drive because I have Vista and XP already on the other drive. So we also ran into the problem with the airflow in this case. For any of you that watched the earlier videos, recall that we were going to put an 80 millimeter down in the front here on the inside, but we had to change plans because the pump and reservoir were going right in that spot. So we did end up mounting an 80 millimeter up here on top to help cool both of the hard drives down, and it's also going to blow air straight around through the back and towards the RAM and the power supply here. So I think that'll help to keep things cool and make them run a little better. So I think that's about it right now. I'm going to put this back together and we'll see how it works. Okay, we got her back up and running and back together. So far our temperatures look great. If you can make that out or not. CPU's at 36, motherboard's at 32, and the hard drive right now is running at about 25 degrees. So that the new fan and the changing the hoses around seem to really help with the cooling. So we'll run this for a while and see how it works. I think we're going to get a little better performance out of it. One other thing I wanted to mention too, I picked up one of these cheap night lights at the grocery store for $1.89, and I just cut a cord off of a VCR that was laying around that was bad and soldered it to it and mounted it up here under my desk because at night it's kind of hard to see the letters on the keyboard and type. So now we can just flip that on and it lights up the keyboard pretty nice. So I don't know, something kind of fun to do for $2 if a person has some time or needs an extra light. That might be a good thing to do on a rainy day. But anyway, not to distract from this project. That's our current temperatures, and we're going to run it for a while. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for our next video. I'm going to try to get a comparison between the new Windows 7 beta and the XP and Vista one that I did the other day for gaming. I'm not sure if I can find the right drivers for the video card. I might have to use the stock one, so we'll see if we can get a reading off that or not. Okay, thanks again.